what I really enjoyed about last year, Midsummer Night's Dream is a really magical script. It has so many different elements to it, and we found ways to incorporate a lot of students in the play. And one of the things I want to try and always do, just as all of the other theatrical endeavors that we do here at Bethel Park, is I'd like to incorporate as many students as possible. And I was trying to think of a play that would have that idea of something fun, something magical, and I thought, what about Peter Pan? The play this year is Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. We're doing a version of the play, of Mr. Barrie's play, that was put on the stage in 1998 in England by Trevor Nunn and David Caird. One of the aspects of the play I think a lot of people don't realize with Peter Pan, it's much like Romeo and Juliet, that many people know that Romeo and Juliet, that they meet, that unfortunately they aren't quite able to be together. However, with Peter Pan, I think a lot of people think that, oh, there's Peter Pan, there's Tinkerbell, there's Hook, but I think many people don't know a lot of the story that happens in between.
I don't want to grow up and learn about solemn things. I just always want to be a boy and to have fun.
Oh.
Getting that story across, finding the best way to tell that story has definitely been a bit of a challenge this year, but I think many people just think that Peter Pan is a kid's play. And to understand that Peter Pan actually is written really about a family that J.M. Barrie had interaction with, and the Finding Neverland movie with Kate Winslet and Johnny Depp tells the story of how that particular telling of Peter Pan came to be. And that was really one of the first things that we did, that as a cast they watched the film, because I wanted them to understand that there's many aspects of the film that's about a real family, and to bring in that aspect that it's not really just a kid's play, but part of why it appeals to adults is because we've all been children. And while we do long for parts of our childhood, we do realize sometimes, though, that there's a time to grow up. But we do enjoy looking back on the nostalgia of childhood.
And there ought to be a fairy for every boy and girl.
Ought to be. Well, isn't there?
Oh no. Children know so much now. Soon they don't believe. And every time a child says, I don't believe in fairies, someplace, somewhere, there's a fairy that falls down dead.
Oh, poor things!
And the same thing for me, as I said for other people, that I knew the basics of the Peter Pan story, but I'd never really sat down and read Mr. Barrie's story. And he has a number of different versions of the story. He really kept on working on it until the end of his life. And so there are certain set versions of the play, but he wrote a novel, and he kept kind of going back into certain pieces and rewriting them, and so there are a couple of variations within it. Certainly one of the hesitations is it's a very big production. And so I spent a lot of time thinking about how could we do this production, how could we put it into play, what would work best, how could I figure out the blocking, all of those elements. And so I spent months thinking about whether that could actually be a reality or not. I wanted to have a very fluid stage this year because there's approximately 4 different scene changes that we have to have. And so I've been very fortunate to work with Rob Gratton and John Derby, who have put some of those ideas into a physical state. We have a wonderful new group with crew. We have some students who've been there for a couple years, and of course there's always new freshmen coming through whom I'm excited to work with all of them. We are just getting ready to start into some of our technical part of our rehearsals. So some of that we'll be working out over the next couple of weeks, some of the ideas that I have for the lighting, for the sound. And so they also will help to make that a reality for me. Stage crew is in charge of so many aspects of the stage, certainly the lighting. They are in charge of where props are, how things move off and on and off scene. And to be in the audience and to not notice those things, that means that that everyone's doing their jobs correctly, but it's a tough job sometimes to know exactly where something goes, or to make sure that all the props are together, or to make sure that the timing of the movement of the setting happens, and to make sure that the lighting is just right. My young people who work with the microphones, it is a tremendously difficult job to have so many people on microphones at once and to know when someone's on microphone, when someone's off microphone. Those kids on stage crew, they know that script just as well as my cast.
My name is Amelia Hastings. I'm a junior and I'm the student director. I help with props and I help with some of the staging to make sure that all of the sight lines are visible so that everybody can be seen and no one's upstaging anybody else. I help make sure that actors are saying their lines correctly and keep place in the script so that we know where we have to go back to and stuff.
I'm a Burson, in grade 9, and I'm a script supervisor.
I'm Jaden Hersig, and I'm in grade 9, and I'm the script supervisor.
We sit on stage and we read along with the scripts and make sure nobody messes up their lines when they go off script.
I don't want to grow up and learn about solemn things. I just always want to be a boy and to have fun.
Oh.
My name is Joe Nagel. I am the stage manager, pretty much in charge of all the stage crew parts that go on. I'm pretty much just in charge of what goes on stage. I cue the scene changes and things like that. I have an assistant stage manager, deck chief, and then I have people in lights and sound. Probably have a total of about 30 people.
I'm Carolyn Hancock. I am a senior and I'm assistant stage manager. I make sure everything that's on my side of stage gets out on stage and where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. And I keep all the actors and crew members quiet so that you can't hear them. I was in the sound department last year. I was assistant sound and a mic tech the past couple years. But I'm hoping for musical to be like stage manager, assistant stage manager.
I'm Luke Valleco. I'm a grip, so I move stuff around on the stage in between and during scenes. It's just a fun experience for me. I've always sort of liked just working the plays and stuff.
I'm John Vaught. I am a senior and I'm going to be head sound for the play. I am in charge of the soundboard, and everything that you're hearing is going to be a sound effect or somebody's voice, and I'm going to be in charge of all that. The last couple years, last year, I was in charge of the musical, and I did head sound for that. I have been in charge of mics, and I have done the soundboard before that as well.
Excellent. Is this something you want to get into after high school?
Possibly. I'm thinking about it.
All right, excellent.
My name is Amanda Karras, and I'm in 10th grade, and I'm assistant sound. I get to play the sound effects and be on headset.
I'm Max McKittrick, and I'm in 9th grade. I am a mic technician, working with mics, attaching the mics to the cast members. It's a lot of fun.
I'm Will Miller, and I am a spot for the play. I work one of the spotlights up in the light booth.
My name is Tony Iampietro. I'm in 11th grade, and I am the headlights operator here for Bethel Park's fall play this year. Basically, me and my crew up in the light booth design and run the lighting effects that are on in the show. 2 spots, 2 lighting designers, and then 2 people who run the board. And on-stage lighting is pretty simple this year. It's just kind of keeping it on, going to blackouts. It's not as complicated as it has been in past years, but it's still kind of tricky being my first years ahead, figuring it out, but I think I have it down.
One of the things that I thought about in the set last year when I saw the musical Children of Eden, they did a fantastic set design, and my idea was that I wanted it also to be able to be movable, and so the set is a movable set. We have the box that flips around. It is the Lost Boys home. It represents Marooners Rock, and it also represents part of Hook's ship, and so I wanted that to be able to come on and off stage. The back parts of the nursery set, we have a series of stained glass windows that are being created by a young lady named Jordan Wiltinger. And so those are images that she's drawn and are being painted and will then be floated in from the ceiling of the set to represent the walls. So we have no real walls in our nursery set. And then, of course, we have just one little flat as part of Neverland that's supposed to represent the top of the Lost Boys home. But yes, I was influenced certainly by Children of Eden, how well that worked, how well it moved off and on stage. And also I'd seen a production at the Pittsburgh Public Theater called Noises Off, and their stage, it flipped. And so I thought that was fascinating that you saw one side of what was happening and then there was a second side that they used, and so it fit a lot with the concept that I was trying to work out.
And how long does it take them to build all the props for the show?
They've been working on the props for several weeks now. So they do lots of work days, so they do put in lots of time, particularly when we're not here rehearsing.
So by the time the show airs, they have a good 2 months into building all the props for you?
Yes, they do put in quite a bit of time.
What you see is Neverland.
My name's Brittany Catch. I'm a junior, and I'm playing the storyteller. The storyteller is basically the narrator of the show. She is looking at the show from like a third-person perspective. She's more part of the audience than she is part of the show, kind of. In the original play, Jan Barry, the author of the play, he had a lot of notes to the actors, and the editor who rewrote our script wanted the audience to get to hear some of that, so he wrote in the storyteller part so that the audience could hear those notes.
Some of my cast members are cast members from last year, so I'm very lucky to have had them come back again this year. I do have a number of new characters, new cast members this year, so that's really wonderful to have new people who are interested in the play and invest their time as well.
My name is Cody Shutter. I'm in 11th grade, and I play the part of Smee.
Oh, Smee. That croc would have got me long ere this if he could have crept upon me unawares. But by some lucky chance he swallowed a clock. A clock!
Smee is Hook's best friend, whether he likes to admit it or not, and I would do anything and everything just to prove so. I think it's a perfect part for me because as Hook being Wally Donnell, me and him have a great chemistry together, and it just makes for great times up on the stage. Smee, he's very energetic. He's very he's very flamboyant with the way he acts and very loud, and that's the epitome of my being.
My name's Isaiah Walter. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm pirate number 1. Pirate number 1 has one line, which is it a Hook, Captain?
My name is Patrick McCall. I am a freshman, and I am Starkey the Pirate. Basically just gets all the other pirates in line whenever the captain or Smee isn't there.
My name is Kaylee Moon. I'm in 9th grade, and I'm playing pirate number 3.
My name's Sarah Kaufman. I'm in 10th grade, and I play Mullins the pirate.
I'm Alexa Danielson. I'm in 12th grade, and I'm a pirate.
I'm Julia Angani. I am in 11th grade, and I am pirate number 4. I'm the one who screams Lost Boys in the first scene that pirates appear in We All Run.
My name's Michaela Eisenberg. I'm a freshman, and I'm playing Noodler.
Anna Tarbert. I'm pirate number 6.
I'm Cheyenne Myers. I'm in 9th grade, and I am Checo in the play. Checo is one of Captain Hook's pirates, like he's in his little band of pirates, so I just follow along, do what he does.
My name's Natalia Antkoviak. I'm in 9th grade, and I am playing the role of Bill Jukes. He's one of Hook's sidekick pirates.
We basically follow around Hook, and we help him with his scheme.
It's our job as pirates to capture the Lost Boys for Hook.
Do what he says. If it means catching the Lost Boys, then you just do it.
Basically, it's a supporting role, but I like to think of myself as the klutz. Because there's always that one klutzy person on a ship.
Yo ho, when I say pa, by fear they're overtook. Thus left upon your bones when you have shaken hands with Hook.
My name is Thomas Black. I'm in the 11th grade, and I play Slightly, who is a Lost Boy. He's a cocky kind of jerk. He sort of takes charge whenever Peter's not around of the Lost Boys.
Okay.
And he's often rude and arrogant. So, it'll bring him some problems.
I'm Sammy Dunn. I'm in 9th grade, and I play Nibs. Nibs is a lost boy, and he likes to have fun and just, please Peter and Wendy.
I am Chelsea Hallman. I'm in 9th grade, and my character name is Curly. My character is a lost boy in Neverland. He is kind of the clumsy one, and Toodles gets blamed, but he's the one that kind of takes the blame.
I'm Phoebe Nerum, and I'm twin number 1, and I'm in 10th grade.
Okay.
I'm Abby Janellen. I'm a freshman, and I'm number 2.
We're Lost Boys, and among the rest of the Lost Boys, and we basically just follow around Peter because he's our leader.
My name is Jeff McCain. I'm in 9th grade, and I play the role of Toodles. Well, he's a Lost Boy, and he's kind of submissive and passive, and doesn't like fighting, and he's just all around try to be the nicest of them all.
I think it must be a lady.
And Toodles has killed her. Now I see Peter was bringing her to us.
Oh no, to take care of us.
Oh, Toodles!
My name is Jordan Hare. I am a sophomore, and I play Tiger Lily. Tiger Lily is a native princess. She's kind of like the leader of her tribe, and she's very strong-willed. She's very much in charge of everybody.
My name's Carly Kaminsky, and I'm in 9th grade, and I'm native number 2. We follow Tiger Lily and hunt the pirates, and we just follow Peter.
I'm Maddie Miller. I'm in 9th grade, and I am native number 3. I am part of Tiger Lily's tribe. We hunt the pirates.
Pirates!
Cameron Nickel. I'm in 11th grade, and I play the character of Mr. Darling. He is Wendy, John, and Michael's father, who kicks their dog out of the house in the beginning, which leads way for Peter to come and fly away with his children.
Hi, my name's Emmy McCoas. I'm a senior at Bethel Park High School, and I am playing the role of Mrs. Darling. Mrs. Darling is the mother to Wendy, John, and Michael. And I'm also playing the role of the mermaid and a native. I am going to have a lot of costume changes.
Hi, I'm Nia Williams. I'm a freshman, and I play Jane, and also I play Native 1. Jane is Wendy's daughter, and she comes in at the end. And then a native is part of Tiger Lily's tribe.
My name is Preston Smith. I am 9th grade, and I am Nana, the dog, and the crocodile. Nana is the nurse of the Darling family. And Darlings can't afford an actual nurse, so they get Nana, who acts as the nurse.
I won't go to bed. I won't. Woof. Nana, it's not even 6 o'clock yet.
Woof. Woof.
I won't be bathed. I tell you, I won't be bathed.
Woof. Woof.
Crocodile, he chases Hook around after Peter Pan cut off Hook's hand and fed it to the crocodile. That crocodile chases Hook.
The brute liked my hand so much that he's followed me ever since. From land to land, from sea to sea, he follows the ship, licking his lips for the rest of me.
Well, in a sort of way, it's a compliment.
I'm Graydon Tomkowitz. I'm in 9th grade, and I am John Darling. He's a bit of a jerk to all the other characters.
Okay.
Not the most likable person. And when they're in Neverland, never believes in any of it either.
My name's Kayla Green. I am a senior in high school, and I am Michael Darling. I can tell you it's very challenging because he's only 6 years old in the show, and I have to kind of think back to my childhood to really figure out how do I want to portray him. But I think he, is a very good brother to Wendy and John, and we've all bonded over the cast, but he's very cute, and I like having that opportunity.
My name is Rachel McLean. I'm in 10th grade, and I'm playing the part of Liza. Liza is the Darling family servant. She's kind of ignorant sometimes, but at the end there's kind of a little bit of a plot twist. She's one of the Lost Boys' mothers. So that was kind of interesting for me because I didn't know that before.
Oh, my leads are fantastic. They have very large roles for all of them to have taken on, and they're doing a very, very nice job, not only with learning their lines, learning their blocking, learning some of the nuances of the part that maybe not everyone realizes that are really in the play of Peter Pan.
I'm Abby Martz. I'm a senior, and I'll be playing Wendy. Wendy's kind of like a motherly figure to almost everyone in the play, and she's kind of the opposite of Peter. She really wants to grow up, and she's fascinated by everything and cares about people, but at the same time she's like intrigued by Peter's youth. But since Peter's like forever young and whatever, he doesn't understand where Wendy's coming from and wanting a relationship with him.
I'll give you a kiss if you like.
All right.
Don't you know what a kiss is?
Well, I'll know when you give it to me.
There.
Oh, a kiss.
I'm Wally Donnellen. I'm in the 12th grade, and I'm playing Captain Hook. Captain Hook is the terrible man against whom Peter Pan is pitted. He's pirate captain, keeps order on his boat, and tries to capture lost boys.
Captain, let go! Put back that pistol first! Just one of the boys you were in could have got him. Aye. And the sound would have brought Tigerley's natives upon us!
That is true, that is true. Shall after him, Captain.
Not now, Smee. He is only one, and I want to mischief all the 7. Scatter and look for them! Ah! Not you, Smee.
Not you, Smee.
Most of all, I want their captain, Peter Pan. Was he cut off me hand? Oh, I have waited long to shake hands with him. With this.
I'm Zach Fullerton. I'm in 11th grade, and I'm playing the part of Peter Pan. Peter Pan is a very adventurous boy who can fly. He actually symbolizes eternal youth and adventure. He lives in Neverland with the Lost Boys, and one day he meets Wendy, John, and Michael in their nursery and flies them off to Neverland. I think the lines are a lot easier to memorize this year.
Okay.
I actually enjoy this year a lot better because my role is fun and energetic, and compared to last year I was a lover, but that was fun too. But I like being childish and playful.
I flew!
How exciting.
Oh, lovely!
Now, all together. Second star to the right and straight on till morning.
From what I'm seeing, they're doing a fantastic job. And I think they're translating as they grow as actors and actresses. They're learning new lessons. A lot of them are involved in other productions throughout the community and a lot of other theater productions, and they're bringing that experience with them as well. I know the Shakespeare was definitely a challenge because of the language, but one of the things that I feel that the students found is that as they started to learn the lines, they found the rhythm, and they also started to really enjoy the Shakespeare, I think more than they initially anticipated it. So I think they've brought those lessons to this new set of characters, and they're finding within these characters how they want to tell those characters' stories.
Tink!
This one I think is really different. One, because the way we're portraying Tinkerbell, she's not really in the show per se. Like, she's there, but you don't have a character playing her, so that's kind of different.
Tinkerbell is going to be seen as a ball of light just flitting across the stage and then be heard from off stage.
There's going to be a sound associated with the lights?
Yeah, there's going to be one of the cast members is ringing a bell for Tinkerbell, and then we have to time the spot with the bell.
So Tinkerbell doesn't have any written lines in this play. It's just going to be all by bells.
Yeah, it's all by bells, but the bells really kind of reflect what she's saying. Like, if she's angry, the bells will be louder, or more forceful.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We have Tinkerbell being a spotlight, being run by our 2 spotlight operators. It's a little crazy because we have her flashing on and off. It's taken a lot of coordination, but we think we have that down.
Who came up with the ideas for Tinkerbell being a light?
Actually, it was me and Miss False.
Okay, nice.
Well, right now we're showing them on the walls as practice, but eventually they will be on the stage moving around so that they'll stand out better.
Okay.
So we're going to have someone on the headset communicating.
Are there any special lenses or colored lights or anything going with Tinkerbell?
Yeah, Tinkerbell is blue and white.
Okay.
Two different spots together as one.
This sounds like it'll be an exciting part of it.
Mm-hmm.
As with our previous years of fall play, we've had tremendous support from Mrs. Aloy Rose and Dr. Jansani, who have been very excited about the production and who have encouraged not only the cast but myself to try and make this the best production possible. And I'm thankful for their interest in our theatrical endeavors here at Bethel Park and their constant attention to reaching out to the community and finding ways that we as members of Bethel Park can find ways to unify and ways to support our students and our community. I have a wonderful department head, Mr. Charles Youngs, who constantly answers my Peter Pan questions and is very, very helpful in what we do and what I do as part of the production. I'm so thankful for all of the support that I have. Rob Gratton and John Derby, who work with Stage Crew, and all of Stage Crew have been fantastic. I've asked them for lots of things this year, and they've come back and they've done so much help for me. Mrs. Hastings, Mrs. Anne Marie Hastings, who is my student director, Amelia Hastings' mother. Mrs. Hastings is a phenomenal seamstress and costumer. She can just find things, and the lady can go into any kind of store and find a shirt and see it in an entirely different way. She's just very, very talented in what she does. I'm very thankful to have her along to assist. Mr. Wallish, Kent Wallish, who is one of the art teachers here at the high school. He's in charge of the art club, and they have been helping us. They have great things that they have produced for us. Mrs. Jill Simpson and the FCCLA is making some props for us as well. And I also have a young lady whose name is Jordan Woltanger. She is a senior here at Bethel Park. She's done most of the artwork for the play. We have these stained glass windows. She's done our sweatshirts. She's done our posters. She's just done a phenomenal job with everything that she's done. We're really thankful for her creativity and the time that she's put in. EV Hardware, Brookside Lumber, Haircut Express, Tuxedo Junction is donating a number of tuxedos. We have so many businesses that have really helped us out a lot. Point Park again has helped us with, we've been able to rent their costumes. So it's nice to have those resources in the area that they help to support us. The show is November 13th, 14th, and 15th. The show on Thursday, November 13th and Friday, November 14th are at 7:30 p.m. The show on Saturday, November 15th is at 2 p.m. It's a special matinee, and part of that matinee is the opportunity for attendees to get to meet the cast afterwards and interact with them.
This one's more like fantasy and more fun, like it's not as serious.
With this, like, people know the story, and I think they're looking forward to actually seeing it.
Oh yeah, it's fun. The cast is great. Miss Faust has great direction with the show. Okay. It's going to be good.
We have all ages that should be able to be really interested in the play. It's fun play. It's a play about childhood.
Again, it's perfect for the people who would love to see Peter Pan, for the diehards, and for the people who just want to see a good, funny show.
I'm looking forward to our matinee show when all the little kids come.
That was a first, and I was very lucky that Dr. Jansani and Mrs. Rose both approved the idea for that. In particular, I had thought with the Peter Pan that I really wanted to reach out to the community and give the opportunity for a number of the very young people in our community to attend what might be a bit of a late performance on an evening. Probably I would most like to share that these students have worked so hard since September on this play, and I'm so thankful for their time that they have put in. I'm so appreciative for their investment, and I'm so proud of them. So I think their performances are really the biggest surprise, and I think that that's what people will take away and just say, wow, high school kids do this. I never imagined. And I think that's what I'm really, really looking forward to, is when the audience sees it for the first time and sees the interaction of this wonderful script with these wonderful young people. That's what I'm most looking forward to.
Are you ready, Jane?
Ready.
Second star to the right and straight on till morning.